This person is seeing an old photo album, saw you there, and My dear child, if you believe in angels, start this video and watch it completely. Angel says this is not a coincidence that your eyes are on this message right now. Archangel Michael has been whispering in your heart for hours, guiding you toward these words because this is not just another message. This is a divine intervention. Do not ignore this. Something critical is unfolding around your life, and heaven wants you to know about it. There is a person, someone whose soul carries a strange connection to you, who was recently going through an old photo album. As they turned each page, their eyes suddenly froze on a photograph, your photograph. The instant they saw you, something hit them so hard that their body reacted, and they became weak, trembling, and sick because of the wave of emotion, guilt, and fear that rushed over them. God says this is not a small event. This is a sign that the spiritual world is moving in your favor, and secrets that were hidden from you for years are finally being exposed. Archangel Michael says, this person did not expect to see your face staring back at them from that old album. They thought your chapter was closed in their life, or perhaps they believed they had erased all traces of you. But heaven has a way of confronting those who try to deceive, harm, or hide something from God's chosen. The moment their eyes landed on you, the energy of their soul shifted. Memories came flooding back, things they had buried deep in their conscience. Their body reacted physically because truth carries a weight, and when truth surfaces, it shakes even the strongest who have built their lives on secrets and lies. God says, pay attention. This is a sign that their heart is in turmoil because heaven has decided to start the process of divine exposure. God says, this is the time when hidden things begin to speak louder than words. This person has tried to move on as if you never existed, but the spiritual world refuses to let them rest. Seeing your photo triggered the consequence of every action they took against you, every word they spoke in darkness, every betrayal they thought would remain in silence. Their soul trembled because the angels of justice, led by Archangel Michael, are standing right beside them, pressing on their conscience, forcing their heart to remember. God says, even if they try to act strong in front of others, when they are alone, fear grips them because they now know heaven is watching. God says, this is very important for you to understand because it marks the beginning of your breakthrough. There are seasons when God allows things to remain hidden, but there comes a day when heaven blows the trumpet of revelation. That day is now. Archangel Michael is not speaking these words lightly. He says that this person's reaction is the first tremor before a great shaking. The sickness they felt was not only physical, it was spiritual. They are now under the weight of divine conviction because heaven will not allow them to rest until the truth comes out. God says, remember how many nights you prayed for clarity. Remember how many times you wondered why certain doors closed, why certain people vanished, why you felt betrayed without explanation. This is the moment those prayers are being answered. The old photo album is not just a coincidence, it is a prophetic sign. Heaven orchestrated that moment so that their heart would be pierced, so that they would be forced to confront what they tried to hide. Archangel Michael says, your angels have been walking through rooms you have never seen, touching objects you have never touched, arranging events behind the scenes so that no evil done against you will go without exposure. God says, listen carefully, because the details matter, This person who saw your photo is not random. They are tied to a chain of events in your life that caused you pain, confusion, or loss. They were connected to moments when you felt abandoned or betrayed. They carry a secret about you, something that could change the way you see everything that happened in the past. And heaven is now forcing that secret to rise to the surface. The sickness they felt as a divine alarm, a sign that their soul is under spiritual interrogation. Archangel Michael says, I have stood over them as they held that photo, and I saw the fear in their eyes. I saw their lips tremble. I saw the memories they thought were buried, rising like shadows to confront them. I whispered in their ears, it is time. They know now that they cannot run from what is coming. The angels of God are relentless when the season of truth has arrived. Every lie, every deception, every hidden act, they are all lining up to speak against them, and heaven will not be silenced. God says, this is not only about them, it is about you stepping into a season of vindication and restoration. Everything that was taken from you in secret will return openly. Every tear you cried in private will be honored in public. The same way that photo appeared to them unexpectedly, your blessings will appear to you suddenly, unexpectedly, and undeniably. But you must stay spiritually awake, because this is not the time to let fear or distraction pull you away from your destiny. God says, this person is fighting an internal battle now. They are not just feeling physical sickness, their dreams are being disturbed. They are seeing flashes of your face, hearing echoes of words they spoke, and feeling the weight of the choices they made. Their soul is trembling because heaven is calling their conscience to judgment. They are remembering the very moments they wished to erase. And every time they try to shake off the memory, another sign appears to them. They hear your name in unexpected places. They see symbols connected to you. They feel like the walls are closing in, because the angels are surrounding their thoughts. Archangel Michael says, I am fighting for you in realms you cannot see. This is why strange things are happening around you. This is why certain people have started acting differently without explanation. This is why some doors suddenly close while others swing open, because heaven is rearranging the chessboard of your life. Those who thought they had control are now losing their grip, because the hand of God is intervening. God says, the sickness they felt is only the beginning. They will soon be confronted with situations they cannot escape. Conversations will arise that they cannot avoid. People will ask them questions they never expected. Circumstances will push them into corners where the truth begins to slip from their own lips. And when that happens, you will finally see what heaven has been orchestrating for your good. God says, this is very important, do not ignore the signs around you. Your spirit may already be sensing a shift. You may feel waves of emotion or sudden bursts of energy without knowing why. That is the vibration of heaven moving in your life. Archangel Michael says, this is the season where the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Those who mocked you will watch as you rise. Those who tried to bury you in silence will see your name lifted in honor. God says, prepare your heart for unexpected communication. A message, a call, a letter, something is coming that will connect to this person and this photo. They are wrestling with themselves, and eventually, they will not be able to keep the truth hidden. They may try to reach out, or the truth may come through another channel, but one way or another, the exposure will arrive. When it does, you will understand why heaven has been repeating, "Do not ignore this message." If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. God says, "I am watching over you, and nothing will harm you." The angels are surrounding your home, your family, your steps. You may feel alone, but you are not alone. I have walked with you in the quiet moments when no one saw your tears. I have kept a record of every injustice. I have prepared a table before you in the presence of your enemies. And now, that table is being set. Archangel Michael says, "Keep your faith strong. Do not allow anger or revenge to enter your heart. This is not your battle to fight with human hands. This is a battle heaven has already won for you. Simply watch as the pieces move. Watch as those who thought they could hide in darkness are dragged into light. Watch as the photo that made them tremble becomes the symbol of your rising season." God says, this is only the first wave of revelation. More is coming. Dreams will reveal truths. Conversations will confirm suspicions. And when all is said and done, you will look back and see that heaven had a plan all along. God says, "Do not ignore this. This is very important. Prepare yourself for the moment when the secret is revealed and your destiny takes a divine leap forward." God says, "Do not ignore this. This is a very important message for you." Archangel Michael is standing very close to you right now, whispering that this message is urgent and meant only for you. He is pleading with you to open your heart because a chain of events has started that you cannot even imagine. He says this moment is not ordinary. The spiritual world is alert. Heaven is open, watching over your life. A person has just seen an old photo album, and when they saw your face there, something shocking happened to them. They got sick immediately. Archangel Michael says there is a deep spiritual reason behind this. This person is not just anyone. This is someone connected to your destiny, someone who has carried a secret in their heart for years. The moment they saw your image in that old photo album, memories flooded them like a storm, and their body could not handle it. Their heart trembled. Heaven says that moment was not a coincidence. This was divinely orchestrated to reveal something you need to know. God says, "I have seen how you have been patient for so long. I have watched you suffer in silence, asking me when the truth will be revealed. The time is now." As the person stared at your face in that faded photo, they felt the weight of everything they had done and everything they had hidden from you. Archangel Michael says their spirit was shaken, and their body followed. They felt weak, dizzy, and fell into a deep shock because the truth they tried to bury is now rising to the surface. God says, "You are chosen, and I am about to expose this matter completely. Listen carefully, because the angels are showing a vision right now." I see the photo album laying on a wooden table. The pages are yellowed with age. Dust clings to the corners, and a faint smell of old paper fills the air. A trembling hand flips through the pages until it lands on your face, your younger self, smiling or unaware of the storm that would follow. In that instant, the person holding the album felt like time stopped. Their chest tightened. Archangel Michael says a spiritual force entered the room at that moment. It was a reckoning. It was heaven saying, "No more secrets. The truth is coming out." God says this person has been hiding something for years, and your image triggered the start of their collapse. They have lived with guilt that grows heavier each day, but they thought they could escape. Archangel Michael says they cannot escape anymore. Seeing you again, even in an old photograph, made their conscience scream. It was as if your soul was speaking to theirs without words, asking, "Why did you do this to me?" Heaven is showing that this sickness is not only physical. It is the sickness of a heart that can no longer carry the weight of unconfessed actions. They are spiritually sick because the divine light is shining on them, and the darkness they held is trembling. God says, "I am exposing them not to harm you, but to free you." For too long, their silence and lies have changed you. This is your time to be free. Archangel Michael is kneeling beside you, urging you to pay attention. He says there is a reason this message came today. The enemy tried to delay it, but heaven would not allow it any longer. Michael is holding a scroll with your name on it, and on that scroll, heaven has written the next chapter of your life. It is full of divine revelations and restoration. But first, the hidden truth must surface. I see this person struggling to breathe, clutching their chest, unable to believe how seeing your face brought everything back. They tried to push the album away, but their hand shook. Tears fell onto the photo because the guilt was too much to bear. In that moment, the spiritual realm was heavy around them. Angels watched. Demons trembled. The balance of justice shifted in your favor. God says this sickness they felt is the breaking point. They can no longer run. Archangel Michael says you are about to receive either a message, a call, or a shocking visit that will reveal what they have been hiding. It is connected to your life, your destiny, and even your blessings that were delayed. Someone tried to hold back what was rightfully yours, and their body is now reacting because heaven's time has come. God says, "Do not fear. I am in control. I have seen every tear, every sleepless night, every prayer you whispered asking for the truth. I will not let you be in the dark anymore. I am your light, and I am sending Archangel Michael to stand by you as everything is revealed." The angels are whispering that the old photo album was not just a memory, it was a divine trigger. It unlocked the chain that has been holding this secret captive. Soon, you will see events unfold quickly. Dreams, sudden messages, and unexpected signs will point you to the full truth. Archangel Michael says he will even arrange circumstances so that you cannot miss it. This person is feeling sick in their body because their soul is under the weight of divine conviction. They might try to deny it outwardly, but inside, they are trembling. Heaven is pressing upon their heart. God says, "I am the God of justice. I will expose what needs to be exposed. And when I do, you will see that I was with you all along." I see a scene where you are standing in your room, and a sudden chill runs through you. That is Michael letting you know the spiritual battle is happening right now. The person who saw your photo is lying down, unable to shake the image of your face from their mind. They are whispering your name, even if you cannot hear it yet. Heaven hears. God says this is a sign that your season of hidden battles is ending. you will rise, and nothing can stop what is coming for you. You will receive restoration, clarity, and divine protection. Archangel Michael is commanding the angels to guard your home, your mind, and your heart because the storm is passing, and the truth will arrive like the morning sun. Heaven is moving. The old photo album was the spark, but the fire of revelation is spreading. Watch closely. Be prayerful. Your miracle, your justice, and your freedom are already written in heaven. God says, I am with you. Fear not. I am exposing, I am healing, and I am delivering what belongs to you. This message is urgent, and Archangel Michael is telling me not to stop here because the flow of heaven is still speaking to you. God says, this message is for you, and you must not take it lightly. I am speaking to you now because there is something happening behind the scenes that you are not fully aware of, and Archangel Michael has been sent to make sure that your eyes are open to the truth before it is too late. Do not ignore this, because the very fact that you are reading these words means that the heavenly realm has aligned this moment for you to receive the urgent message that carries divine importance. Archangel Michael says that a person you once knew, someone whose name you may have whispered in prayer or in sorrow, has stumbled upon an old photo album. Inside that album, they saw your face again, your younger self, a frozen moment in time. And when their eyes fell upon you, something happened inside of them that was so overwhelming, so soul-shaking, that their body could barely handle it. They became sick, not only in body but in spirit, because the flood of memories and the truth of who you are hit them like a wave from heaven. God says that nothing that comes to your life is by accident. That old photo album was not found by coincidence. It was placed in the path of that person because heaven wanted them to remember you, to see you, to feel everything they once ignored or denied. When they saw your picture, their heart raced, their chest felt heavy, and they realized that they had carried secrets, regrets, and unspoken words for far too long. Archangel Michael says that this person has been running from the truth for years. But seeing your face in that old album was a sign that they could no longer run. The sickness they felt was not just physical, it was the spiritual weight of guilt, longing, and divine conviction pressing upon them. They suddenly realized that they had mishandled something holy that God had placed in their life, you. God says, this person has been under divine watch for a long time. Heaven has been observing their steps, their choices, and the whispers of their heart. They were once supposed to be a part of your journey, a part of your blessing, but their decisions and actions caused a break that they did not expect to last forever. Seeing that old photo of you reminded them of who they once were when they were close to you, of the love, the laughter, the promises, and the spiritual connection that was real and alive. It reminded them of what they lost when they turned away. The sickness that overtook them was the direct result of spiritual awakening colliding with physical weakness. They could not handle the rush of truth that came all at once. Archangel Michael says, this is not just about nostalgia. This is about divine intervention. This person seeing your face again is the signal that heaven has moved into action concerning your life. For too long, things have been hidden from you, words that were said behind closed doors, actions that were taken against your destiny, and decisions that caused delays in the blessings that God had for you. But now, because of this moment, because they saw that old photograph, their heart and mind are under divine judgment. God says that what was once hidden will come to light and what was once stolen will be restored. Do not fear, because God is with you. Nothing will go wrong with you, because your path is protected by divine hands. The angels are surrounding you, and Archangel Michael has unsheathed his sword to ensure that no plan of the enemy will succeed against you. God says, you may have felt forgotten or overlooked at times. You may have wondered why certain people walked away or why certain blessings seemed delayed. But heaven wants you to know that nothing is delayed in God's perfect timing. That person who became sick after seeing your photo is now under a spiritual awakening that will serve as a catalyst for your elevation. Their mind is troubled, their spirit is stirred, and they cannot escape the truth anymore. They will be moved to speak, to confess, to release words and actions that will finally make sense of what was once confusing for you. God is arranging things so that your name is being remembered, not in shame, but in honor. Your face appearing in that old album was a prophetic moment. It was heaven's way of knocking on the door of their heart and saying, time is up. The truth must come forth. Archangel Michael says, the sickness they felt is also a warning. This person has been holding on to negative energy, unspoken emotions, and even harmful actions that were eating away at their soul. By bringing your image to them again, heaven is forcing them to confront the